This was a surprisingly normal week for football, but nevertheless, we are on to week 7 where we are gonna see more goodness. Gotta have some more goodness involved. Let's get on over to the main event. There are only two teams that are on a bye this time around, those being the Bears and thankfully the Cowboys. We can actually go a Sunday without having to talk about them. Lovely. Welcome back to reality, Denver. Step right up and soon you'll see that you're stuck with a Thursday night game in a dome against the Saints. Just be thankful that this is a battle of rookies, cuz. Oh, wait, this is a Sean Payton revenge game, isn't it? Well, that complicates things a bit with this toilet match. Remember, Thursday nights are always toilet matches. Maybe he'll prove that he hasn't taught everything he knew or something. That would be a fun way to show the Saints how it's done. What better way to close out the London series than sending two of the worst teams in the league to play in a tank bowl in Wembley? The opportunity to see the most hilarious thing possible happen is right there in front of us. It would be glorious. Then one remembered that the Jaguars have been hit or miss in London and have a chance to randomly play well in spite of themselves. Whoop-de-doo. This means that it's going to end up in a Jags win, isn't it? Congratulations. Be sure to make your next GM and head coach combo end up being from AEW. Let's say they go with Buddy Matthews and Kyle O'Reilly. You know that's what Khan will do, and he will do it. It's time to pay up, because we got ourselves a battle of birds trending in different directions. Turns out that the Seahawks are in the middle of a transition year that involves showing flashes before going into rebuild mode to find some fresh blood. Don't worry, it won't be as easy since this is the NFC South. Falcons will find a way to give some heart attacks to their fans, but somebody has to win. It's gonna be a 5-2 start for the Falcons. The Bills have been on a tour and do not care what you're trying to play for. They will do everything they can to tell the Titans to hold some beers. What? You expected something that's more in depth for a prediction? It's the Titans. There's nothing resembling hope going on at the sideline, and Will Levis is just there to help the team get a better QB later down the road. You're done. Have a nice day. How the hell is this a match for the bottom of the division? Sure, the Browns have been drinking the stupid juice to where it's been biting them, but my only guess is that the Bengals have been starting to show signs of falling apart. Zach Taylor is getting exposed as a play caller and shows no signs of improvement. It's making me wonder how the Bengals even made it as far as they did. At least they can lay claim to the spirit of AFC North football and a win in a nail biter? Maybe? At last, we got ourselves a solid matchup of the Texans and the Packers. This is where games become games, and while there's nothing to really say for either team aside from showing signs of weaknesses and showing improvement to where it's tough to pick, this game is gonna prove to be so great that the Texans barely squeak it out 37 to 34 in overtime. If both can make it to the big dance, then it will be looked at upon as a preview. But if not, then it will just be another game. Hooray! Hope that rest did you some good, Dolphins. Time to return to the routine for wishing Tua to come back. Oh, hey, would you look at that? He's actually going to be eligible to return to practice soon. Unfortunately for you, that won't come this early. It's going to come later than planned. Instead, the Colts are stuck in a similar boat but with Anthony Richardson proving to be inconsistent. Need I mention that Joe Flacco is still in the league? Enjoy this lovely time that is cooking among the teams. Maybe Tua can actually make some play calls for him in the meantime. The football gods are very angry at the Lions for finally turning a corner and demanded some blood. That cost will come in the form of Aiden Hutchinson, a broken tibia that required immediate surgery that ended up being successful, meaning his season is over and possibly more. Sad thing is that he may not be the same if he even returns to the field. Here's your close but ugly win, Vikings. Lions just need to hope they can get some quality players to fill in so they can just stay afloat. Whoop-de-doo, Sirianni. You got bailed out by high-end talent yet again, and now Eagles fans are calling for your head after a shouting contest. Some things never change in Philly. Don't worry, guys. Next up is the Giants. Not like any of it matters, as it's gonna be both teams managing to thump around most of the game, only for the Eagles to get bailed out by high-end talent once again, and further imitating the 2021 Steelers. Yay! Nothing screams West Coast football like a battle of another glorified home game for the Raiders in Los Angeles. The Rams still don't have any solid healthy options, and the Raiders just suck. Yet, just like the first time around, the Raiders will end up finding a way to lose this game by beating themselves. It's the true Raider way. Give up everything that you're supposed to be playing for in favor of ruining Mark Davis's tenure as the owner. How long before he sells the team? Never. But let's see how things go until Vegas has enough of him. You seriously want me to predict this game? There's nothing for me to say about the matchup. The Panthers are by far the worst team in the league. Enjoy the free win, Commanders. Remember when I said last week was the last chance for the 49ers to get something going? Guess what? They once again failed to get something going. Yes, they barely won, and they're coming off a mini bye, but you can't afford mistakes that were made against a team like the Chiefs. And just like before, it's going to be full of bullshit and lead to the Chiefs somehow winning because the refs keep bailing them out. How many times do we have to tell the NFL that the Jets are not a team that should be allowed in prime time? Aaron Rodgers is just lucky to even survive against an ugly game against the Bills. They may not come out right, but who cares? It's the Jets. And now they gotta play the Steelers with the same damn issues as ever. Not like the Steelers are much better since they keep having issues with the offense. Unfortunately, somebody has to win, and it's gonna be whoever is able to secure more bullshit over the other, which means the Steelers are gonna win. Least this is actually gonna be a game. Two teams with a chance at winning things again. Then you realize that Lamar wants to maintain his dominance over the NFC and wants to pull out all the stops to make sure of it. Ravens are going to end up winning in prime time against the Buccaneers. NFC South football, everyone. You want to embrace the mediocrity yet? Welcome to the West Coast Frenzy, where the game starts at 9 p.m. and is locked behind a subscription service. Isn't that lovely for everyone? I wouldn't blame them for doing it considering the teams involved. The pain chargers that were waiting for the right moment to deliver pain like what just happened to my voice. And the Cardinals, who despite trying to keep games close, are nowhere near ready to win quality games. No matter how the circumstances are handled, it'd be nice to see this game as long as Jim Harbaugh doesn't get sick and go to the locker room again. Not like it made that much of a difference against the Broncos. Enjoy the win, Chargers. Before I call it a video, I would like to take this moment to showcase my new Keva rankings. These rank every single team in the league from 1 to 32 based on how many wins they have over losses, their division record, their conference record, their point differential, and their penalty differential for an average score. Sound complicated? It's actually much more straightforward. But anyways, the NFC North is dominating the top 10 and the Panthers, well, they're the Panthers. No matter how things go, this is what we're looking at going into the week 7 matches. And thank you all so much for tuning in. Until next time, travel safely.